Ooh.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
What's up? What's up? It's your girl Hasina.
Hey, it's Dr. Lanisha.
And it's your homegirl, Dr. Love. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Welcome to another episode of When the Bras Come Off. Y'all already know what time it is. No scripts, no chasers. This is the podcast where we say the hard things out loud.
Listen, we back talking honestly about life and relationships.
And listen, we don't need anybody coming here thinking you got to show up as your representative. Okay? Come as you are. We're here to keep it a buck, keep it 100. We want to make sure this is an environment where everybody feels heard and seen.
Absolutely. And it does not matter what your relationship status is. Single, dating, married, is complicated. There will be some gems dropped in this podcast for you.
Period. This is a space to come laugh, reflect, and definitely take some actionable steps towards the life of your dreams.
Yes, sir.
We're here to do the hard work and the hard work together. Y'all ready to jump in?
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
How y'all been? It's been a while since we talked. How y'all been?
You know what? Working hard. Blessed and grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna complain.
That part, me either.
That's my
we
thing.
Could though.
It ain't gonna do nothing. It ain't gonna make no difference, child.
I could complain, but I won't. Yep.
Right.
We here. We're alive and well.
We made it.
We made it. We made it. It's Friday. I hope y'all missed us. I hope y'all missed us because we missed y'all. We're gonna kick it off with some shout outs. I got a couple. What about y'all? Y'all got some shout outs?
Why not? Why not? Why not have a shout out?
You know what? Shout out to women. It's Women's International Month, Week, Day, Sunday. What is it? Celebrate us. Shout out to us.
Period.
I know it's coming up.
Hey, we out here the whole month. The whole month of March is Women's History Month. Okay.
There you go.
So we celebrating all month. All right.
Yeah, every day. Every day is a day. Women's Day. I'm celebrating. I want every day to be my day.
Me too, sis. I'm with you. I'm right there with you.
Period. Well, the shout outs I have, I gotta shout my son and his indoor drumline team. I guess I'll say that. They won 4th place in a recent competition. So I am excited about that. Your girl been working hard, helping out as a band mom. Because band has been life lately. My daughter also kicked tail in her volleyball tournament. So my kids been keeping me busy. Okay, but all has been well. So I wanted to shout them out. Now, I don't know if they're gonna ever see this episode. They might. I might make them sit down and watch this shit. Watch it. But
I gotta watch my language. Okay, kids gonna be tuning in. Let me tighten up.
Never mind. We'll cut them off at the shout outs. Okay, we'll tell them to go sit down somewhere.
I'm gonna forget. It's gonna be up. Shout out to everybody in the house. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. Thank y'all for checking in on us. You know, always the day
love. Yes, I appreciate that.
And catch us on the replay. Shout out to all y'all. Thank you.
We appreciate it. I gotta shout out some Instagram folks. Porter Life, what's up?
Hey girl.
We got Shanira, Cutie Love. Hey y'all.
Hey ladies.
Shanira. Hey girl. Hey everybody.
I'm glad the ladies is in the house because tonight's topic is gonna be one for the books. I can feel it in my spirit.
For the books. Well, let's go ahead and get into glows and grows so we can hurry up and go ahead and get into the main topic because I'm excited about this topic. Did I miss any shout outs? Any other shout outs?
Nope, not for me.
We ready.
All right. Well, grows and glows. So mine is gonna be a funny one. I ain't gonna get too deep. Uh, with my grow and glow this week. My my glow is that I don't went back to a pixie. Okay,
Girl, it's
I
so cute.
feel like I'm in my glow every time I do my pixie. So this might be my hairstyle. Now I was letting it grow so I can get micro locks, but I said I ain't gonna do it. Pixie me, please.
It look good, sis.
So thank
Yeah,
you,
could
boo.
wear that. Yeah, my hair too long. You can wear all them styles, girl.
No, I love. I think you could rock it too. You be
Baby,
talking about
that little extra oomph on top, I'm look like a straight cone head, but that little extra oomph on top. You got the right size head, girl. Do your thing.
oh no, you can do it. Thank you though. And I guess my grow will be my hair eventually. So we'll see. We'll see.
Damn.
What about y'all? What's y'all grows and glows?
You know what? This past week, I was traveling, honey. So my grows and glows is absolutely taking time to also live my life and not just work, 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 work. Okay? Take the trip. Take the trip.
Take it.
Them bills gonna be there, baby. So you know what? I took my own advice and I went and had me a ball.
As you should.
As you should.
As you should.
I
Take
agree.
the trip.
Yeah, I know that's. I'm gonna bounce around as soon as the ball get in the air. Okay. Well, I just jump in. Mine's a little dark.
Uh-oh. What you got? We can handle it.
My grow and my glow. I'm gonna say my grow is to pay more attention to what my dog picks up off the ground, because my glow is we had a little emergency, but Teddy is okay. We was in the vet hospital for 4 hours because they was having a neurological issue. They think my dog having seizures. No, this little Negro must have just ate something, because as soon as I swipe my debit card for all them tests, he back running around. I'm confused.
Wow.
You better. As soon as I swipe the debit card, you better.
Lord,
hey, love, did Teddy get your weed?
Did he get a damn gummy? I said, no, the gummy.
I think he might have clipped you, sis.
Hey.
But something happened. He ate something. Yeah, I'm thinking, do I got any cookies in this motherfucker?
Got to be more careful.
Gotta be more, but he better not. $1,000 later, 4 hours in the vet hospital. Teddy is running around here. Well, so shout out to my dog that just made me spin a band on his ass.
Man, listen, did we go into the wrong profession? Shit, did we have big vets?
I know, right?
Yeah,
because man, they hitting us for a few hundred every time we go to the vet.
They don't let up.
It would have been a couple more hundred. I would have been having to see Teddy at the crossroad. Like, listen, you at the crossroad? No, I was playing. Oh my God. Yeah.
Look, you say he was gonna go, let him go, huh?
They would have had one more test, and I'd be like, you know what? I guess it wasn't meant to be. I'm a mess.
Don't do Teddy like that.
I love my dog. He here though. He downstairs. You know.
Now I love the vets. Shout out to Teddy, for staying with us, still being with us. But you know, I feel like the vets, you know, be tacking on extra shit. See if he has a fungal disorder. You know, get your blood tested. They
gave my dog a drug
screen. $259.99.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, they gave my dog a drug screen. I didn't know if they was checking for me or if they was like, I'm like, can my dog go to jail if he been? I'm confused. They gave him a drug test.
Wow,
I ain't never heard of that.
I swear.
I'm
glad either.
But Teddy's still here. He's still here to talk about it.
Yay, Teddy!
Bark about it. Okay.
All right, y'all. We about to get into it. We are about to get into it. So let's talk about something a lot of people feel, but they don't always say out loud. And the question is simple, but the answer is definitely not simple. Is love enough? Because if I feel like many of us correct me if I'm wrong, but many of us grew up believing that if two people love each other, everything else work itself out. We were taught that love conquers all, that love fixes things, that love is the most important thing in a relationship. But if you've lived long enough, and I believe we have, if
Mm-hmm.
you've loved long enough, if you've healed long enough, you may discover that things uh, are a little more complicated. Okay. Sometimes love is there, but communication is not. Sometimes love is there, but the money ain't. Sometimes love is there, but safety is not.
Come on,
Sometimes
sis, you
the love
preaching.
is there, but consistency is not existed. And that leaves a lot of people confused. So tonight, we're going to slow things down and really explore the question together, not from a space of being socialized, not from a fairy tale place, but from a real place. And we're going to talk about what love can do in a relationship and what love cannot do in a relationship. So
It
y'all
sure
ready to
can,
get on
baby.
into it?
Well,
Let's get into it.
ready. I'm gonna just say answer the question. Is love enough? My answer is no.
No, not at all.
Nope.
It's not. It's definitely the foundation, or it should be. But I think that a part of the problem is we get yoked up with people and we don't have the same definition of love.
Okay.
Mm.
So
Let's talk
we,
about it.
we aren't even starting out on the same playing field, because some people, like you mentioned, Dr. Niche, they have this fairy tale idea of love.
Mm.
So if you get yoked up with someone who understands the dynamics of love and all of the levels and layers, you guys are never going to be compatible because you don't have the same understanding of what love even is. And I feel like we should kind of unpack that to kick off this episode.
Oh, what love is? Oh man.
Yeah.
What even is it?
What it and what it ain't.
Yeah.
And what it ain't, Dr. Love.
What it is, or what's up.
Good. Good. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and be vulnerable today and say that some of my selections over the years has not been about. I can count very minimally how many times I could say I really feel like I was in love.
Mm.
I feel like when I was younger, it was about meeting a need. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean no need, is a perceived need. You know, whether it was to just have somebody present, whether it was to like, shit, this would be nice if I could split some bills. Like, I'm finally in a place in my life where I actually want to be connected with another human. My needs are, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't need another human to keep me company, to pay no bills, to, help me raise my children. I don't need that. But I could safely say that years in the past, that's what was on my mind. More so like survival rather than I just enjoy being with this person. And so I don't know. I might be saying too much. But just for the record, I don't feel that way right now. Hey boo.
No, I don't think you're saying too much at all. And I'm pretty sure that hits home with a lot of people, and it definitely hits home with me personally. But what it brings to mind is the greatest form of love is self-love. So when you first love yourself and set the standard for how you should be loved, it's gonna weed out a lot of the foolishness. And a part of loving yourself is being able to sustain yourself. So once you're able to take care of your own kids and your own bills and your own maintenance, just all the things that it takes to survive, your standards for a partner now are going to be very high. Because I'm self-sufficient. And so you have to be complementing what already exists, adding to what already exists, and that's just where a lot of us go wrong. We don't start with ourselves.
Yeah. I agree. just, thinking back to the question of what is love, I honestly have to say, I haven't always known, right? Like for a long time, I I would hear people say, love is an action word, and love feels like if they love you, they'll spend this much time with you, they'll give you this, they'll do this, and they'll do that. And I was like, but I thought love was a feeling. And I could never put words to what the feeling of love was until I felt it for myself.
Right.
It's
But
good.
yeah, I don't. And I used to get upset when I was younger, and I'd be like, "No, but I love this person, and I'm in love." And
Goodness.
folks would be like, "Girl, you don't know what love is. How the fuck you gonna tell me I don't know?" They was
Now,
right. They was right.
right. First of all, I'm finna start reading these comments because Jay White has been paying too much
He
attention.
cutting up. Hey, Jay White. Jay White said, Jay White came to party.
Jay White said taking notes per usual.
Yeah. But let me just say this on the flip side. I started off with what I thought was love. Okay, I started off with this person. I don't have to like verify what you can contribute to the relationship. We can deal with each other. We both doing our thing. It's cool. And then it wasn't only but a matter of time before I realized that person really couldn't hold their own. Ooh. And I'm gonna be honest, like for better or for worse, is serious. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Coming from a place of being a married woman where I felt the weight of the world on me. I felt like my husband at the time was another child of mine. I felt like I got to make the decisions. I have to take care of the kids. I'm working. Like I was doing everything. And after a while, that shit made people look different. I'm sorry. My attraction started to change because it wasn't just about, I know you love me, because if you love me, why am I working so hard? Why do I feel like the weight of the world is on my shoulders and not ours? Why can I not trust that you gonna make sure we're good no matter what? Like, no, that love, like love. So I'm talking a lot, but for me, love means trust, not just that you ain't out there busting hoes down. I ain't thinking about that, because if you're doing that, then you in the wrong place.
Exactly.
But trust. Can I trust that if we fall on some difficult times, you're gonna do whatever it takes, and not have no shame, and not be talking about, I can't find. No, like if something, because things happen. Even if you got a career, payments come late, the government shut down. Who knows? You got your own business. Stuff happens. Are you gonna be willing to do what it takes?
Yeah.
And are you gonna love me? Are you gonna feel the same when I start to look different? Like I got these big ass granny glasses on today. You know what I'm saying?
Glasses cute.
Things ain't big as hell. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna still know that I'm a baddie even when I get the time to prep and prime? Are you gonna still feel the same? Like I feel like love is more of like the long haul, like not what's happening right here in the moment. And I feel like I can safely say that I focused more on what was happening in the moment and not planning for like longevity. And then here come longevity, and I'm like, how the fuck you get here? Anyway, I'm talking too much.
No, I don't think you're talking too much. Not at all, Dr. Love. I feel like that's a very valid point, and that's sacrifice. Like I don't think that when you in the beginning of a relationship, you're not really thinking about sacrifice because it's fresh, it's new, it's fun, it's exciting. You're not thinking about sacrifice, but I think you have to be a little bit of a visionary to be in love for the long haul. You have to be able to see past what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the ability to envision that, the love's probably going to fade. Because if you just see me fine at 42, but you can't see me at 52, 62, 72, moving a little bit slower, skin not as tight. I mean, all the things,
Mhm.
all the things
Mhm.
that happen as we age, gracefully, even we change. So you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
to have a vision for the future before you even get in my space talking about you love me. Are you a visionary?
Yeah, I think that's important. I think that's important. Before I go ahead and say this, everybody that's watching right now, everybody under the sound of my voice, please go ahead and share this live out. We're getting into the good stuff, and y'all don't want nobody, y'all don't want to be gatekeepers, do you? So send
Share
this,
it, share it.
share this out. That's what you can do. Y'all said y'all love us, right? Share our shit.
And that's the best way to
Anyway,
support your girls is to share, share, share.
You know. I want
yes.
somebody to hop on. Y'all still acting shy today. It's March. Like we 3 months into the year.
It's
Y'all
early.
She
I'm
said what she
hopeful.
said.
It's
Huh?
early. We might get somebody. But
We,
Dr.
we
Niche,
might, we
don't lose
might.
your thought.
I won't, because you know I will though. I
Yes.
will though. So what I was going to say is I think you do have to be a visionary. You also have to ask better questions, right? Like we get in these relationships or we start and then the love comes and we want to know about uh credit scores and what kind of car you drive. Now, credit scores are important, okay? I'm not saying don't ask those questions,
Right.
but you have to ask like, what are your plans for the future? How do you see yourself? What are your strengths? How do you make decisions? All of those things go into it. I think a lot of times we are not a. I think a lot of times we are sucked into the emotion or the feeling of love and not the plan for what this looks like longevity and how it's going to be in the future. Like what's going to happen when I disagree with you on a major decision. How does that go? What does that look like? How do you communicate? Um yeah. I'll
I
stop
mean,
there because
the list
communication is
goes
big for
on
me.
and on. It goes
Yeah.
on and on and on because
Mhm.
being in love with someone or loving someone does not
Two
mean you're
totally different
necessarily
things.
aligned with that person. Like
Mm,
personally, there is men that I loved and men that love me, but we were not aligned.
mm,
We might have had chemistry out of this world,
Yeah.
but we weren't compatible, like in reality, on a day to day basis. And those are the things that men and women have to think about. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, we're attracted to each other. Yes, we can stay on the phone for hours and hanging out is fun. But like you said, Dr. Niche, you got to get into the meat and the potatoes of
Mm-hmm.
that thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
wow. Now that's something else. We talking about is love enough. And so what I'm hearing is you can feel passion, you can feel chemistry towards a person. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like sometimes when you're dating or courting and sex happens quickly, then sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you hook to the motherfucking hip. You know what I'm saying? Because now we didn't intertwine, sexually, and maybe we ain't even thinking about all the other business factors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is love
Yeah.
enough? Well, guess what? I'm getting that back blown out. So yeah, it's feeling good. But I'm thinking too about love and
Yeah. Love is enough in
love.
in
Yeah,
those
that.
moments.
What about everything
You
else?
in love with the D.
But what about everything else? And what about love bombing? What about when I feel all this love in the beginning, all this love, and then that shit change? I
Yeah.
don't know if y'all thought about love bombing because mofos get married after a couple months sometimes, and no shade because sometimes it work.
Mhm.
Sometimes it
However,
does work.
sometimes it work.
Yeah.
However, sometimes that's the representative, and we thinking we love each other, and you seeing Craig, and then Bobo actually show up. Yeah, and then things change. I don't know.
Hmm.
No, that's valid. That's valid. But you know something else that your point, Doc Love, makes me think about when you do get catfish, for lack of better words, you have to have the confidence to pivot. I feel like as
Mm-hmm.
women, we over the years got guilted into
Mm-hmm.
staying in relationships that were not good for us for
Yep.
fear of being judged or talked
Woo,
about. Oh, she with somebody else. Dang, she was
woo.
so so. Listen, baby, I'm gonna be with one, two, three, four, five, six, seven of them until I find the right one. And it's not anybody that's gonna make me feel bad about that. But it
That
needs
part.
to be said because so many women, too many that I even know personally, are in marriages and won't leave. Like, ooh, that's a whole
And
nother show. Just
ooh,
have the confidence to pivot when you identify the misalignment. I'll
mhm.
say that.
And the courage and
Yes,
be brave and be
yes,
willing to take the risk. I think a lot of women that stay in marriages or in relationships just for the love, because we're talking about is love enough, it's because they don't know who they are. They don't know who they are without this relationship. They don't know who they are outside of the roles that they play: wife, mother, friend, daughter. Like they don't know who they are. And they haven't learned themselves well enough yet to know that everything is always going to work out for you. So I don't know who
absolutely.
needs to hear that, but it's always going to work out for you. And you don't have to stay in any type of relationship with anyone that you don't feel you're aligned with, as you mentioned, Hasina.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we talk about the fact that love and compatibility are not the same thing. You can love someone so deeply and still not be compatible with them. Compatibility is how two people function together in real life, and it includes communication style, emotional maturity, values, lifestyle, conflict resolution, all of those things, how people show up when things get hard. And two people can love each other and still struggle because they handle stress differently, they express their emotions differently or not express their emotions,
Yes.
they want different things out of life. You know, love can exist in a relationship, but it's my belief that if compatibility is missing, the relationship often feels like constant work, confusion, misalignment. One person feels
Ooh.
like they're carrying the emotional load, and the other person is letting them do the shit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
Damn.
love might bring two people together, but compatibility is what determines whether or not they can actually build a life together and plan a life together.
absolutely. I love that.
That's deep. I'm gonna tell on myself because I'm into astrology, right? I should have looked at some of that shit years ago, but I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Oh,
Like,
dang. My bad.
oh, what happened? I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I will look at our astrological compatibility and be like, hey, babe, and be like, nah. I mean, I think that shit real. I don't care what nobody say.
I
No, I
do too.
believe it too.
It comes from, yeah, I believe it too.
We got some comments. So Jay White said, "Love isn't enough. It's definitely a foundation, but people have other needs that need to be met to support the love they have and feel." I
Absolutely.
agree. I agree.
Hmm.
Um, can I read a question? Because I don't know if you can see it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Lee with Logic.
Linus 82. Hey BFF. Can you truly be in love with someone you're not aligned or compatible with? Or is that infatuation feeling misinterpreted as love? Because my girl be speaking the truth. Yeah. Loving a person means loving who they truly are and not just the things you enjoy most.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
why I was just saying love does not love and compatibility are not the same thing. I think that love might bring you together. But again, compatibility is that can we build a life together? How do we make decisions? All of those things. And I don't think you can, I don't think love is enough for somebody that you aren't compatible with.
But here's what I'll say in response to her question.
Uh-huh.
I do personally believe it's possible. I won't say it's a hopeless situation. You have to have a partner that is willing to learn. So if we're not compatible, that's not the end of the world. Maybe you were raised in a way
Mhm.
where your values don't exactly match up with mine, but you're open. You're ready to unlearn some things and venture into some new spaces and see what that looks like. Maybe everything, that I learned from my uncles and my cousins and my grandma ain't the right way to function.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I think it's possible, but is that person willing to unlearn some things? Because
Yeah.
sometimes you just don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have, for example, good conflict resolution skills. So
Uh,
maybe when things aren't going your way, you retreat.
Mhm.
You don't feel comfortable talking about it, or you don't know how to talk about it. A person like that I would never be compatible with. But are you willing to learn?
Mhm.
Because if
You
you are, then I feel like there is hope, there is a chance. But men and their egos.
Yeah. But you
Listen,
know what?
I don't know.
I used to say like if you're willing, it can happen. But I mean, I might give you a little grace right now, but that willingness shit ain't gonna fly no more. You can be willing, but what are you going to do about it? Because you can't be willing for 2, 3 years, but you still handling conflict the same way you did 3 years ago.
No, you on the clock, buddy.
Yeah, like and but I also think too though that like we should be very intentional when we're dating about learning ourselves. Like you should know how to resolve conflict, right? You should know how to communicate your emotions if you're saying you want to start dating and then you're loving someone, but you still don't know how to regulate your emotions or communicate your emotions.
it's
No, we I think as people, when we're getting into these relationships, we giving too much grace. And I'm the queen of like, give them grace, give them grace, girl. But we giving too much grace. We don't require people, and I'm not just gonna say men, but we don't require people to really have a sense of understanding or awareness or anything about themselves. But now we want to combine our lives, and you don't really know shit about yourself. I might not know shit about myself, and now we trying to wing this shit.
And
No.
that don't often work.
so real quick, because Lioness said, "Are you loving the person or
Where
loving
is she saying this at?
what you say?"
Where is she saying? I said, where is
She
she
on
saying
I,
this
she
at?
on IG. I'm looking at it.
Oh, love, thank you for
Me
having
too.
IG on lock, because I can't see IG's comments.
No, I got you.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not
I
coming
got it.
up.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's what I'm here for. So she,
Yep.
but she said, "Are you loving the person or loving the potential and of the person?" And let me just say that I will also tell on myself, because for a long time I loved everything I see that you can be, and that I
Mm-hmm.
think you gonna be, and that what you probably gonna do. I love the idea of all the things you're saying, but then what happens is when that shit don't come to fruition,
Yeah.
then do
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? So I feel like you have to love a person for who they are today, not
Mm-hmm.
who they might be later,
Mm-hmm.
or who you hoping they develop to be. Because then, like Nessa said, like, is that really love, or do it feel like it? I feel like I felt some shit for people that wasn't real before. Like I feel like I felt some shit.
Yeah.
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 Like,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, and then one day I wake the fuck up. Like, why? Why is this motherfucker here?
That's
But the
it.
thing is, you aren't ever afraid to pivot.
Oh shit. Oh no,
You
Like,
ain't.
I'm
You
cool.
ain't.
but
However, however,
And I think that's a great quality, love.
yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
let me
Absolutely.
let me just say this. I feel like like my current situation, we've been getting to know each other for years, right? I think sometimes people don't really know who the fuck I am. Like they might be like, oh, okay, you got this education, you got, this shit, you move around, whatever. But what about the core of me? What about how I feel about my children and my relationship to my mother and my spiritual walk and all the things that make me the core of who I am? And sometimes people don't even know that. They just know what they see and what they like about you. You know what I'm saying? And so how can you love me? How can love be enough if you don't even know me in and out?
Ooh.
And it really speaks to the man if he asks you those questions. Some
Mm-hmm.
men don't even know to ask those things. A
Yeah.
lot of our society is being raised, so to speak, by social media.
Uh-oh.
And it's unfortunate, but unless you homegrown, unless you come from good stock, you're not going to know to ask those questions. You're
Mm-hmm.
only going to see this gorgeous woman who's very well educated, moves around like the boss that she is, and they're going to want to be a part of that. They
Period.
will want to attach themselves to that. So
Yeah.
it's a very green flag for a man to be interested in your faith, be
Mm-hmm.
interested in your relationships with your family, your children. Those
Yeah.
are green flags. Like I want to make sure that we point out what love is as well, because we know it's not enough. It's not
Mhm.
enough alone. So fellas, make sure if you are single, if you're dating around, those are things that are very important to us as women. You need to be asking those questions.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think everybody's definition of love is different, right? Like what love is for me may not be what love is for either of you two, or it may not have the same requirements or
Absolutely.
non-negotiables um as
Yeah.
y'all have. And so exploring what love is for yourself personally
Yeah.
is very, very, very important. Like I did want to ask this question. What else has to exist alongside love for a relationship to be long lasting for you all?
Mm.
My partner just asked me the other day, and it was so random because we never even really talk about it. He was just like, "Why do you love me?" And
Oh.
I'll give you a short answer of what I responded to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, because my life is just as peaceful with you as it was before you. You
Mm.
did not come into my life and disturb my peace in
Mm.
any way. You amplified it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
good.
I think that that's very important. If you want to spend eternity with a person, it cannot be chaotic. It cannot feel like emotional labor all the time. So for me, you can't disturb my peace. That will I will never keep myself in a situation where I'm toiling all the time about all the things.
She said eternity. She was like, we're gonna be together for eternity. That sound like God damn, that sound longer than forever. Like we're gonna be together
Right.
in afterlife.
Fingers crossed.
We're gonna be together in the afterlife. God dang.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's important. Like
Yeah.
being able to even acknowledge why you love another person. Like,
Mm-hmm.
can you even speak to what you like about them? Or is it what they do for you? Or is it, a warm body? Because if you just got a warm body.
Yep.
That's
Some people just don't want to be alone. That's facts, Dr. Love.
Yeah.
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 I I
And
can
they confuse that with love. My bad,
no go
Dr.
for
Love.
it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's all I want to say.
No, I was just gonna say that piece is real because I hear that from a lot of men that they don't want their peace, interrupted. But I feel like even for women, if you're adding and not subtracting, you know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily so talking about what love looks like. It's not necessarily like tangible things, but if you're adding peace to my life, if you add a covering, for me, I need to feel protected. If I feel protected by you, my God knows to move me off one side of the sidewalk to the other. You know what I'm saying? Or
Absolutely.
or if you a man that is a man of faith,
Yeah.
for me that's a prerequisite. And so if I'm having a challenge and you can talk to Sky Pops on my behalf, like that covering,
Yeah.
Yeah.
those things are real. Like loyalty. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we ain't seeing eye to eye right now, but I ain't worried about the broads, you know what I'm saying, your office building.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
we ain't seeing eye to eye because I know you a loyal person and you know how to bounce back. It's like those little things that I don't know if we always think about. Sometimes it just feel good. I think it
Yeah.
needs to feel good. It needs to feel good.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to feel good, like substantially, with
Yeah.
like a backing.
Mm-hmm.
It don't
Yeah.
just feel good because you here and we have fun together and we hop in the sack and it be going down, but it feel good because I feel like I really got somebody in my corner, really got
Mm-hmm.
my,
Mm-hmm.
my person.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I believe emotional safety has to exist alongside love. Our ability to share the emotional load as well. Like I need to feel safe enough to let you know that I don't like the shit that you're doing, or I feel like you're not growing in this season. You don't have to grow in the same exact way that I'm growing, but I need you to grow. There's a lot of people that get in relationships and they remain the same, right? And then they expect you to continue to accept them for who they were
Yeah.
when you all got into that relationship. And that's not cool, or is it fair? I I do my damnedest to grow as a woman all the time. And I'm not going to allow you to hold me to a version of myself that I was when you first met me because I'm not her anymore. So if you think that we're going to be in a relationship and remain the same person that you were, you got another thing coming.
That part.
So I think that growth, development, leadership, those things need to walk alongside, exist alongside love as well. In addition to all of the things that have been mentioned already.
Can I read this one? Because I
Please, by all means.
one of my homie Lee with Logic. His podcast is always informative and
Mhm.
knowledgeable. So check him out. Lead with Logic talking about I need you to be a chef in the kitchen, China from Magic City in the master suite, and the head of the motherboard at Sunday service. All intangibles they need to accomplish. Okay.
You ain't wrong either. You ain't wrong.
Now
Hey,
I don't know about being the head of the motherboard now. Now I don't know if I can step into that role after I was China from Magic City. Okay, on Saturday night.
You wear many hats.
since you, yeah, the bedroom was
You wear
undefined.
many hats.
So you do whatever you want.
But no, it's fine. I'm just saying now that's where I know I would draw the line. Like I'm still in character from last night. I don't want to go
She
around
ain't
these
took her
walls.
red wig off, baby.
Church sweating, whatnot, being like sweating and shit. God,
I said, just let me go ahead and go to church. Let me make sure I make the church. That's what I
no,
do.
she's back home. You gotta
Yeah.
recover.
I
You
love
know,
it.
I'll be back there with the mean ushers.
To be ushers is wild.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Y'all, we didn't got deep in. We ain't read nothing from the
I
group chat.
love it.
We ain't did.
Did either of you have anything final or anything you wanted to leave off with before we get into the group
Just
chat?
one quick thing, sis, that I feel like we didn't touch. Single ladies and single men too. Start with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Love yourself so good that when another person comes into your space, you immediately identify whether it's beneficial for you, good for you, or not.
Yeah.
You have to set the bar for how you love yourself first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I promise you, if you are still single and you haven't done this, do it and watch what happens. Watch
Yeah.
how things shift in your favor. Because if I'm treating myself to a very high standard, I'm I'm treating myself real good, and then you come in about right here, I'm gonna notice that like quick,
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
very, very fast. So
Yeah.
that's my advice to the single people. Just start with yourself. Treat yourself like royalty before you expect anyone else to come into your life and do it for you.
Yeah. And shit, I'll say even for the ones in a relationship or in marriages, start looking, prioritizing you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying disregard the other person, but start prioritizing you. And maybe, we've talked about, is love enough? I think the real question is, what type of love are you looking for? Is it love that listens, love that takes responsibility, love that heals, love that grows? Or love the room that makes room for both of you to feel seen, feel heard, and feel accepted. Love by itself might be powerful, but love needs to be supported with other things.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna add one last thing while we at it: patience. Because my rule is, if you with the wrong one, the right one think you booked and busy. So if you spend time with someone that's
Mm-hmm.
the one for you, especially if they got some respect for themselves, they're not gonna be interested because you wrapped up in some other shit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
being patient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
that's deep,
All
y'all.
right, y'all.
chat.
It's time from the group chat. From the group chat.
All right, let's get into it because we done ran this clock down.
Yes.
All right. He says, "What's up, ladies? I've been with my partner for 4 years and we love each other deeply. She's kind, she's affectionate, she's loyal, but we are always arguing about money. She
Uh-oh.
avoids hard conversations. I want to get married, I want to be stable. She feels like I'm rushing. I feel like I'm growing, and she's comfortable staying the same.
Mm.
I do not want to lose her, but I'm starting to feel resentful. Is love supposed to be this hard? Am I asking for too much? Lord have mercy. This is deep. And you already know how I'm gonna do it. I'm keeping it 100 with you.
Okay.
Straight no chasers. I would get up out of there and I'm gonna tell you why.
Damn.
It's been 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 4 years, guys. That's a long time to just be hanging out with somebody.
Ooh.
Okay, after 4 years, you just hanging out.
Damn.
And if
Mhm.
your intentions are clear and you want marriage, you can't force that upon somebody.
True.
Both people have to want that type of commitment. So imagine you proposing. I feel like when you propose to somebody, you should already know what they're gonna say.
You better.
If you're not sure, then that's a red flag. That's just my opinion, and that's why I feel like this is wrong for you. Second, you constantly arguing about money after 4 years. That's too long. One of the docs said it earlier. We on the clock. We on the clock. That's too long. Last, and I'm gonna give it to y'all. You feel like you're growing and she's staying the same. That's powerful. Whenever you feel that in a relationship, this goes for everybody. If somebody's not growing with you, you're outgrowing them, and that's okay.
Yep.
Mm.
It's okay to leave. I think we complicate it, we overcomplicate it. And all the signs are right there in front of us, and then we make our own excuses to stay. Docs, what y'all think? Dang.
I think he already know.
Yeah.
I think deep down he knows what he feels. He writing us because he want confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
You love her, and you asked us, should love be this hard? So if you feel like loving her is hard, then the question is, why do you continue to love someone where it is hard? Now, love is work. Love takes a lot of work, okay? But love, I don't believe should be hard.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're not at peace. As Hasina said earlier, her partner came in and made her, and took nothing away from her peace. So
Yeah.
you don't feel, it doesn't feel like you're at peace. And if y'all arguing about money, honey, I don't even know why well, you might want to rethink whether or not you want to marry her, because if y'all arguing about money now, chances are you're going to argue about money when you get married, probably, while you're paying for the wedding. So,
Damn.
you know, I don't think it should be that hard. And again, we should always be growing. We should always be evolving and developing into better and becoming close, more aligned with one another than we are apart. You guys don't sound like you're aligned right now. And if you're growing, you're going to start to resent her because she's not growing and she wants to stay the same. And like JY said, let go, my guy.
What you think, Dr. Love? Are we being too hard on his girl? What you think?
Nah, my first thought is like, why are we arguing? Period. If I'm arguing with you, that's the first issue. I'm too damn grown, mature, got too much shit going on to be arguing with any goddamn body. We should be having conversations. And if we're not having, maybe that's the word he using.
Yeah.
If we're not having conversations and it's turning into arguments and disagree, that's my first concern. Like, how are we regulating our emotions and managing conflict?
Yeah.
Maybe we need to just have a table talk, sit down once a week, have your concerns, have your pros, cons, whatever, and just sit and have a conversation. I agree that financial concerns is a lot of relationships. And I will say this, I believe that men at one point, in the juncture were okay with taking care of families, doing this and that. And now men want women to be able to contribute. I feel like that could also be because women want different lifestyles. When men was paying the bills and taking care, bringing home the bacon, right? We was at home taking care of the kids. And, we ain't need Louis. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't need red bottoms. We ain't need, you know what I'm saying, be jet setting and shit.
You're right, Doc. No, you're right.
But now we trying to maintain comfortable lifestyles. And some of the men are like, okay, well, I just need you to help out too. But if you want a lifestyle and you can't contribute to it and you can't even do a little bit of it, then I can imagine it being a challenge, and vice versa. You can't come in and interrupt my lifestyle, baby.
Absolutely.
This lifestyle's been on for a long time. I've been a hustler for a long time. So it ain't because I'm a woman since I was motherfucking 17. You can't come in and interrupt my lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can't always have foresight into that, but that's why you have to focus on what's happening right here and right now.
Yeah.
Does this person fit what I need and what I want right here, right now? And if you think marriage is gonna fix it, baby, please stop now. Because marriage
not pass go. Do not buy the engagement.
Because marriage don't change people's personality, financial acumen, financial literacy. It don't change it. You know what I'm saying? Now, to Hasina's point, you said earlier, if you're willing to adjust, if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to bend, if we could do that together, then we might be good. But I agree. He may have to call it quits, because if you keep moving forward, it just might get worse, or maybe take a little space or take a little pause.
Yeah.
What JY say?
He always cutting up in the comments. Got to read the tea leaves, save his money, and don't get married. Gonna lose a lot more that way. I agree. I think we all on the same page with that one
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
Not a good look. But as always, keep us posted.
Yeah.
Maybe, a miracle will take place. Who knows? She might have
Yeah.
come to Jesus moment, but that's what we got for the group chat.
Yep.
I'm not group.
Well, y'all know what time it is. Pull over and zoom back.
Right, this is interesting, y'all. Brace yourselves for impacts. So our pull-up challenge. We always do a challenge that is associated with the week's topic. Okay. So I may wind up excluding some people in this challenge, but just grant yourself a pass for this week's homework. Okay. But for those who are active in a relationship, if it's a situationship, relationship, marriage, whatever it is,
Whatever.
I want you all to think about, like, if you believe you love a person or you have the potential to love a person, what are those characteristics? Like, what do you love about them? And what does love look like for you? I want you all to think about that, because if you can say this person is my peace, this person holds me down, this person has my best interest at heart, whatever you can think of is amazing. But if you can't think of nothing, we need y'all to be sending us an email. For real.
Yep.
You might be next on the group chat.
we might need to bring your story up next. If you considering, a relationship, or you in one, let's think about, what are the signs, what are the reasons that you could say, I love this person. And then we need to reevaluate, is love enough? We might have to do a part two.
We might.
Part two. We might spin the title a little bit. We're gonna bend the block, because I feel like we all adults, we all are weathering, life. We're learning ourselves, we're learning other people, and sometimes we also evolve.
Yeah.
And maybe what your needs were when you were 10 years younger is not what you need right now. And I feel like, you don't have to love the old you or the old desires.
Yeah.
So let's look into it. What you love about your partner? That's the challenge.
Lord have mercy.
Let us know. I want to know.
Yeah. And if I may sprinkle in a little bit more on this pull-up challenge, minus the sex.
Ooh. Minus intimacy. So you can't. One of the things you love can't be, has she drop it like it's hot. I'm gonna try to keep it clean. I'm trying to keep it PG.
Well, if we're gonna take the sex off the table, then we're gonna have to take the money off the table too.
So take the money up. So take the money and sex off the table. What do y'all love about y'all partners?
Damn.
We're gonna find out if it's enough.
Hey, we gonna end up, and it's gonna be like, y'all, it's gonna be some relationships done for.
That's not what we here for. We try to keep. Yeah.
We doing the hard work together.
And the hard work.
That's it. That's it for the challenge. So,
period.
Yeah, don't be worried. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Look,
y'all, this has been amazing. As always, we appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. Everybody that pulled up to kick it with us tonight. Thank you. If something got sparked in you, some light bulbs went off, please, please, please do us a favor.
And don't keep this podcast to yourself. Share this episode with a friend. Share it with your parents. Hell, share it with your partner if you need to. We talked about, is love enough? And make sure you tag us on the socials when the bras come off podcast.
Yes, for sure. And for those who don't know what that means, when the bras come off, we don't take our bras off. Okay,
not anymore. Not anymore.
We used to be flinging them things. Oh my God.
We did back in the day. We didn't grow up a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? It's about just keeping it real, keeping it raw, because when you well put together, that's one thing, but when you just let it all hang out, it's another. And so that's the purpose of when the bras come off. Just coming here, keeping a buck. So listen, if you all have topic ideas, if you want to hop on and share your story, We like guests. We've been talking to ourselves for weeks. I'm trying to figure out who ready to get on this camera. It ain't that hard. We're gonna send you a link. Hop on. So if you got topic ideas, email us, hit us up on IG, or next week, pop out.
For sure. Hey, I'm gonna start suggesting some folks. I got about 3 people I love to see on the screen.
Ooh.
Number one.
Call them out, sis. Call them out.
And who is Kaylee out? Come on. I saw you on the news, a clip of you on the news. So I know you ain't scared of the camera. Come on.
They shot.
Okay.
You know what? He would come on. Y'all know he long with it, but he in rehearsal right now.
Mr. Connell. No, he's not a miss.
Talk about relax.
No, we ready for you. All right. Well, that's it.
Well, all right, y'all. It's been real.